Hi friends, it's Sammy here with Blue Feather Homestead. Today is Monday and we have been very busy today. Yesterday was Sunday and we had a lot of stuff going on then too, to prep for the week. I have 3 grown children that are out of the house already with little families, and I have 4 younger children that are still at home. The oldest one goes to public school and I have 3 that are homeschooled. So we always have a lot going on. But yesterday I started some chicken to make some chicken broth, and today I'm going to go ahead and can it up, and I thought maybe I would bring you along with me to show you how I do it. So I've got the chicken carcass in here, the onions, the carrots, and I'll probably put a little bit of salt and pepper in here. And that's about it for today, but I did fill this up with a lot of water because as it cooks during the day, it'll boil down. I don't know if you can see from the steam, but I've been letting this cook for about 2 hours now, I think. And it's dropped down about 1.5 inches or so. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue to let this cook. So here's my broth. It's the next day. I had this in the refrigerator overnight. I pulled it out of the refrigerator, put it on my stove, and cooked it down just a little bit more to enrich the flavor. It cooked down quite a bit. There's not a whole lot of broth here, but you know what? Every little bit counts. Every little bit helps when you're stocking your pantry. I'll be super happy when I have it in my pantry later when I need some soup. I'm also going to put some in the freezer for just to have broth for when people aren't feeling well. So now I'm going to get my strainer and some cheesecloth and drain off this beautiful broth. So as some of you know, I'm in the middle of moving, so a lot of my stuff is at the other house and I have a lot of stuff here, but I just found out that my strainer is over there. My favorite strainer is like a big long cone. It's like a restaurant style, but I do have this one up. This will work for now. Okay, so I guess my cheesecloth is also already over at the other house too. So I've got a lot of rigging going on here. I've got this strainer here, and then I'm going to use this screen strainer here too. So I'm just going to start ladling my broth in here. This is only one small chicken that I had to do. I had some carcasses out in the deep freeze. I went to get them yesterday and realized they just really, I don't think I wrapped them properly. I thought maybe I would get to them maybe sooner. So yeah, I had to just throw them out. They had frostbite all over them. So we're just going with this one chicken for now. You just do it to however you like the taste of your broth. Garlic is good in there. You don't have to put anything in it. You can just make it plain and then add it to your dish as you go along. I just wanted to let you know that I really don't measure anything out. I think I put a whole onion, a few carrots, and garlic. So it might not be as crystal clear that some might like, but this will be fine. This is good. All right, I'm going to start out with 4 pint jars to see where that takes us. I do like to do quarts, but I'm going to do pints today. These are clean jars, and you fill them up to about an inch headspace. You want to leave about an inch headspace. I didn't realize I had that many pints worth of chicken broth. I'm going to wipe the rims down. Now you can use vinegar. I have just a little bit of vinegar in here, or you can just use warm water. I do it both ways, but I'm just going to wipe the rims here. I'm just going to lid these up. Before you start this whole process and break your jars out to fill them up, always go around the edge with your finger just to make sure that there aren't any cracks or anything like that, because then that will affect your seal and, you know, it won't seal. We're going to put our rings on finger tight. I need to get 2 more. I got 3 trays full, so I'm going to go ahead and set those into the freezer. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8 pints of beautiful chicken broth in my pressure canner. And now I'm just filling up the pressure canner to I'll fill it up to where it's about 1 inch onto the bottom of the jars. And just FYI, if your broth is hot, use hot water. If your broth is warm, use warm water. And I always put a squirt of vinegar in there before I start canning, just so that your jars don't get cloudy. You'll need to check your altitude. Where I'm at, we do 10 pounds of pressure, and we're going to do the pints for 20 minutes. If you had quarts, you would do 25 minutes. So as soon as this starts going, the steam starts coming out, we will time for 10 minutes. Cover that, bring our pressure up to 10, and then we will start counting 20 minutes from there. I'm going to take this out to the chickens. The basic pot pie recipe that I made yesterday is basically just, you know, cream of chicken soup, however you want to have that, out of a can or homemade, some mixed vegetables, some chicken of course, and then the crust is just like a baking mix crust, very simple baking mix, eggs and milk, and I'll put that recipe down in the description below. We've got steam, so timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so we've got that on. As soon as this reaches 10 pounds, then we will start our timer for 20 minutes. Oh guys, so when I started, when I put the cap on here, I noticed that there was a lot of steam coming out the back, and so I thought, oh no, it's not going to build up pressure. I should have checked my seal before I started. Well, it did reach 10 pounds of pressure. As a matter of fact, it's gone over almost to 15. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to sit here and watch this the whole 20 minutes, no matter what, because if it drops below 10 pounds of pressure, then I'll have to absolutely start all over again. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. Now, I went to look to see if I had an extra sealing ring, because I always try to keep one on hand, always have one extra on hand. So I open it up. Nothing. It's not in there, but it does have, I guess I saved the box because of it had an air vent in there, the automatic air vent that's right there in the middle. So I kept digging, and ta-da, I found a sealing ring. So after this is done, I'm going to go ahead and replace my sealing ring. I just wanted to throw that in there because, you know, I should have checked it before I started. All right, so the 20 minutes are up. It has pressure canned for 20 minutes. I've moved this very carefully, and you don't have to do this, but I have moved this to the center of my stove, off of the major burner that it was on. So we're going to wait till this goes all the way down to 0, and then we will remove the lid. Don't take that off until the pressure drops. I hope I'm not giving just way too much information. I'm hoping that if somebody is not familiar with pressure canning, that this helps them out a little bit. So we're gonna, like I said, wait till that turns to 0, and then we will remove the lid and remove the jars. All finished, and I've let it sit here for probably about 5 to 10 minutes or so. So we'll take that lid off. Their steam is done. Now there's probably some steam in here, so of course always pull that, you know, lid up away from you. All right, it's looking good in there. Smells fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling these out. I heard a ping. I'm steaming up my camera. Ping. They've all sealed except for this one, and I think that's about it. Okay, maybe these two up front have not sealed yet. So I'm gonna let these sit for 24 hours, and I will come back, and once they've sealed, I'll remove the rings and just kind of clean them up a little bit, label them, and put them in the pantry. So all of these ice cubes right here will be for medicinal purposes, for stomach aches, colds, flu, anything like this. These are excellent for that. Or you can use it for, in dishes if you need to do that. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. I thought I would step outside for just a minute and enjoy some of the sunshine that we've been missing lately. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, see you later. Bye-bye. There's a kitty.